Oh, I am so ready for March. February has come to an end, and man, it went by fast. And I only got to see 3 new releases in February of 2023, which is kind of strange. I figured it would be more, but there just weren't that many movies I wanted to see come out in theaters. I mean, there was some stuff that went to streaming, like some of the rom-coms, but maybe I'll watch those at some point, but the reviews weren't very good. So I happened to only see 3 new movies this past month, and I thought about not even doing a video for this, but I also said before the year that I would do this video for every month, so I'm sticking to that, and I'm going to do that. And number 3 is going to be, unfortunately, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. This was my number 1 most anticipated movie of the year. I thought it was going to be great, a great kickoff to Phase 5, a great introduction to Kang, and I left feeling pretty disappointed. Now, there are things in this movie that definitely work. I think that the Quantum Realm looks really cool, and the action was pretty good. I don't really understand the complaints people had with the CGI. I thought, aside from MODOK, which we'll get to in a second, I thought it all looked really good. I really liked the world building with the Quantum Realm, and I thought that Jonathan Majors was excellent as Kang, and was a great introduction to him in the MCU, and I can't wait to see where they go with him down the line. Paul Rudd has his usual charm and humor. The humor, I thought, for the most part, landed. Unfortunately, and this leads me into the problems I have with the movie, the tone was so inconsistent. I mean, the humor on its own landed, but just did not mix with the overall, what they were trying to do with the tone of the movie and the subject matter, and especially Kang. I mean, you have MODOK, who is, again, funny on his own. In a vacuum, MODOK is funny. I laughed a lot. But you put him in the same scene with Kang, who's like this super serious, intimidating villain, and MODOK is essentially a character that belongs in a parody of an MCU movie. You put them in the same scene together, and it just does not mix at all. It makes it very hard to get invested and take anything seriously at all. Did not love some of the writing towards the end and how the movie ended. It felt like the stakes weren't nearly as high as they should have been, and there weren't very many consequences to what went down in this movie, and it felt like it was ultimately pretty pointless. I mean, did a good job of introducing Kang, but not much else really happened of any consequence in this movie, and that was unfortunate. They also wasted the Freedom Fighters completely. Could have taken them out of the movie, and it wouldn't have really changed much. So it was the one that I was unfortunately pretty disappointed in. Number 2 is going to be Knock at the Cabin. Now, this, unlike M. Night's other movies, is one that I don't really have a ton to say about either way. It's a very straightforward movie that plays out very predictably. I mean, there are absolutely no surprises in this one, which is strange to say about an M. Night movie, considering how well known he is for being like the twist guy. Whether the twists are good or bad, this movie plays out very straightforward. I think the actors do a pretty good job for the most part. There were some moments where I felt some overacting, but Dave Bautista was incredible, and he proved in this movie that he is more than just the wrestler guy. He's more than just Drax, the action guy. He is an actual dramatic actor, and we're going to see a lot more of him down the line doing these types of roles, and I love that he's taken this direction with his career, proving that he is a legitimately great actor. And there's some good themes in here, but it's very repetitive. I mean, and you know exactly where it's going, so it just gets kind of tiring at a certain point, and the ending does not end with the bang that a lot of M. Night's movies do. So it was fine, but certainly doesn't blow me away like his best movies do, and didn't disappoint me like his worst movies do. And number 1 is going to be Cocaine Bear. This movie is just a lot of fun. Look, if you saw the trailer, you knew exactly what you were in for this movie. It is a movie with a ton of gore. It is fucking gnarly. Some of the kills are so disgusting, but because of the tone of the movie, also really funny. I mean, the death that involves the ambulance, if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but that is one of the funniest kills I've ever seen in a movie. I was dying laughing at that. All of the humor worked for me in this one. I guess it didn't for some people, which I don't quite understand, and that's why a lot of people were pretty disappointed with the movie, but the humor landed for me. I had a blast with it. Certainly, some of the human storylines weren't the best. I wish these types of movies would stop doing that, because we constantly get these human drama that isn't nearly as interesting as the stuff we came to the movie for, which is the carnage and the humor, and we do get plenty of that, and when that happens, it's definitely at its best. So a movie that I got exactly what I wanted out of it, and it ended up being my favorite movie of the month, my favorite new release of the month. So there you have it, guys. There is all three, I know, only three new movies I saw in February 2023 ranked. There's going to be a lot more in March. It seems like every weekend has at least one big release. Some weekends will have like 2 or 3 of them. I am so looking forward to March and the rest of 2023. What movies did you see in February? Drop a comment below with your ranking, and if you enjoy this video, hit the like button. If you enjoy my content in general, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified when I post a video. Stay tuned. I got a lot more cool stuff coming. I will see you soon.